What's up, guys, and welcome to another CAGECAST. CAGECAST. Adam is still being held kidnapped by the blind racists. We've received a message from him, but it's in Braille, so we don't know what exactly he's trying to tell us. If you can read Braille, please rub your finger across your phone or laptop now and tell us what on earth he's saying.
Where is this joke going? Right. Start the cast.
It's going to the edgy Yu-Gi-Oh! Remake.
Oh gosh. Alright, start with the question. So we're going to do what we normally
Cinematography by J.J. Abrams. There we go, I've got the joke in. We're now free. We've done the blind joke and the Yu-Gi-Oh! Joke.
And the J.J. Abrams joke.
We can say whatever we want for the rest of us.
Right, so we're going to do what we normally like to do on these random CAGECasts, and we're going to...
I've written down some weird questions.
We're going to answer. So we're going to discuss some weird questions because why not?
So because we got some. I just get bored and write down topics on my phone. First one, simply put, Sun and Moon. It came out recently when we were recording, probably like 3 months ago when this airs. Should Pokemon Generation 8, I believe, because we're on Gen 7.
8? What?
Yeah. Should it bring back the regular gym battles, or should it keep these new island trial style things?
Island trials?
Do you not know about this?
Alright,
simply put,
is this?
I'll cover up the questions. Simply put, instead of the typical Battle 8 gyms and then Elite 4 and then Champion, in Sun and Moon, I haven't properly played it yet, I'm still quite early in the game, but Adam's backed this up from information I received online. You do 7 island challenges. At the end of every 2, you do what is essentially the gym leader battle, but with no trainers beforehand.
Oh.
And the trials are usually like, take pictures of these Pokemon or memorize this pattern. Obviously a little bit more complicated than that, but basically along those lines. You do those, you fight the trial champion, you then fight the island champion, which is like a special Pokemon that can summon other Pokemon. And then you go and you fight the champion of the area, or however it works. So stupid. I'll be honest, I very nearly didn't buy Sun and Moon because I hated this so much. What? I did buy it because of Black Friday deals and I had a company discount.
Oh, I see.
It's just
that sounds stupid. Why not gym battles? I mean, the thing is, right, and I get the idea to innovate rather than just be the same.
I can't tell. Is this my Coke or your Coke?
Yeah, that's mine. Right, it's just rather than doing the same thing, but gym battles are just.
Yeah,
it's one of those things that
it's too iconic.
In the games, you don't just fuck with all of the shit. It's like taking Pikachu out of the game. Like, why? You never do that, right? The problem I have with that then is, if it was me, you're still in one region, aren't you? Still one region, the Alola, wherever the fuck it is.
It's one region, but it's divided into 4 islands.
Right.
So like you complete an island, then you move on to the next island.
Okay.
It's not linear, but it's very linear story-wise. Like you go from bottom island to top island.
Okay, so the problem I have with that then is, if it was me, I'd do what they started doing in Gold, Silver and Crystal. I don't know if they do it. I haven't played the series since the
I will let you know. I've played everyone after that.
They should have like the cool radio thing back. They should have the cool phone thing. I know they still have the phone and the Poketch or whatever the fuck they call it.
Yeah, they've kind of turned into a way to have cutscenes on the go.
I think they should have radio. I think they should have a radio station with the channel.
Actually, I think they've got rid of that.
Pokemon draw and here's a swarm here and here's swarms here and you can currently find Pokemon here. That was amazing.
They've done. I think they're called horde battles, where you go in and you fight 5 of one.
Yeah, something like that. They should do stuff like that, like, there are hordes approaching in blah, like hordes of blah in blah.
Yeah.
And I think they should also do what they did in Gold, Silver and Crystal, and it boggles my mind how they haven't done this since. Just put more than one fucking region in. Just put more
exactly,
than one in.
Yes.
Why don't they just put, like, Johto, Kanto, Hoenn, and whatever the fuck else there is?
Imagine how great.
Put them all in, because then you can have 5 tons of gym battles. You can only use, say like in Battle Revolution or whatever, where you have the rules. So it's like, well, you can only use blah Pokemon in this gym, so you can only use Pokemon you caught in this region in this gym. And then you have like, have the big trials.
You've given me the best idea.
You can then be the champion of Johto, Hoenn, Kanto and shit, right? And you use all the Hoenn Pokemon, and then you finally go to the huge ass. You go on to like 64 fucking gyms or whatever, and you finally go to the huge as fuck Elite Four, and there's a special island all on its own. And it's like the ultimate ultimate fucking Pokemon.
And that's where Red is. That's what happened to Red.
Pokemon
He's sitting there waiting for someone to conquer all the other nations.
Yes, to be like the ultimate
Basically,
showdown.
the avatar of Pokemon.
It would just be incredible. I just don't understand why they don't have more than one. Because, okay, sure, you could be like, well, you just run around with all your powerful Johto Pokemon, and that kind of breaks the game and shit. And you'd be like, well, just make the Johto Pokemon powerful then. I don't know. But it still doesn't make sense why they shouldn't have more than one region.
Make it like in the Pokemon series, like when you go to a new area, until you reach like the 6th gym of a new island, you can't use any of your Pokemon from the last one. Like there's a shipping delay, or like even, as part of you're setting off to become champion of the world, and the champion of the world is only allowed to use certain Pokemon.
Yeah, well, exactly.
You can only use a Pokemon once per champion, or once per
something like. Or you could be like, right, so you can only use Johto Pokemon in Johto, and you can only use Kanto Pokemon in Kanto, and Hoenn Pokemon in Hoenn and stuff. It would be a bit like, well, you just nerf someone 3, 4, 5, 6 times, or however many regions there are, or whatever. Right? It's like, that sounds kind of lame, but it'd be like the ultimate Pokemon game. You know, you catch all 700 of Pokemon. I know you can do that now in some of the Black and White 2. I don't know.
Well, the thing with that as well, and not in its defence, but possibly the reason why they haven't done it is because it would take up a lot of space on a 3DS cartridge. That said,
they have got a lot of space now.
That said,
Switch.
That's what I was about to say. On the Switch, Pokemon either Z or Stars or whatever it's going to be, all of the gyms you battle, like you become conqueror of the 6 islands, then you fly off and you battle all of the characters from the previous game. So
you could have not Johto, not Kanto. You could have like one huge ass continent or a couple of huge ass continents, and include like Johto and Kanto Pokemon in the first one, and
imagine
and shit Pokemon, and you just be able to, and it would be huge. Like it would be huge areas, like a proper Bethesda RPG or something.
Imagine an Elite Four made up of like the heroes from 5 through to 2, and the champion is Red at the end. And you instead of like the typical, this is all grass, this is all ghost. No, each of them has their most famous team, the strongest Pokemon from that region, and you take them down.
Ash Ketchum being it. It's like,
that's Elite 6. Last one is Ash Ketchum.
Ash Ketchum and Red in a tag teamed match. I nearly said deal. That'd be sick.
Co-op Pokemon as well. Imagine if they did that in Stars, because like one of the things you can make it so it's 2 controllers.
Yeah.
Like tag team it in so you can have like a partner who runs around with you.
Yeah. That'd be so cool.
We are nerding out so hard in the middle of this public park. Alright, so there we go. In answer to the question,
the Pokemon Islands are dumb.
Yeah, bring back gym battles and make it epic.
The thing is, right, it's got to be about Pokemon. It's still an RPG. It's just Pokemon as well.
Okay, we're going to go slightly different for this next question.
Okay.
Liam, what's your favourite meme?
Oh, see, my girlfririend asked me this other day, and I genuinely have no idea. It changes because like memes do. I think I've got a top 3. All right, so Bad Luck Brian memes are hilarious.
Oh yeah.
Always John Cena.
Yeah, that's
just
great.
John Cena.
I
say John Cena / the RKO. Basically the 2 big wrestling memes.
Yeah.
I don't know what the other one would be though. I mean,
if we're doing top 3s,
not Harambe.
Not Harambe. Well, ironically, my top 3 at the minute are Harambe, the Rickroll / John Cena, and the one that's overtaken it recently. It re-popped up my Facebook feed, and I've been laughing my head off on going down Google Images, and that's the freaking poetry meme where it's like roses are red, violets are blue, and then a quote from a film. That rhymes.
I thought the funniest and most disturbing one I saw was roses are red, violets are blue. If the DNA test proves you're my sister, I'll stop sleeping with you. I was just saying,
that's so funny, but so messed up.
I don't know.
That's from Jeremy Kyle, by the way.
Yeah, it is.
Oh wait, no. That's the English version of Jeremy Springer or whatever he's called.
The English better version, where he actually tries to sort their problems out rather than just getting them to fight each other.
To anyone who ever thinks like England is a posh country full of people in suits, watch Jeremy Kyle, and you'll see the scum of England. That said, and I doubt they'll ever hear this, I'm pretty sure if someone told my cousins that you could make money on Jeremy Kyle, they would all go.
Oh, weird. But anyway, I'm not sure what my favourite one would be, or even the other one would be on that slot. I want to say the Joe Biden memes, but they're not quite. They're quite a sort of temporary meme.
The ones you send us a lot are like gaming quotes,
I do like
but
a lot
those
of
are like
gaming
assorted memes.
I do like general gaming memes. I think I'll have to cop out and say gaming memes.
Well, that's fair enough. There's still an
what's your
answer.
next question for Master?
Next question. Oh, I don't even need to log onto my phone. I remember writing this and laughing to myself.
Yourself?
Myself.
Myself, yeah.
Ironic that we go to a slightly German dictator accent because
Oh gosh, that's gonna
which
get
nerddom evil ruler, so someone like Lex Luthor or like the villain leader of an area, Doctor Doom, would make a better president than Trump? Who would you rather have ruling you than Trump, who is perceived as a villain?
Judge Death.
Judge Death.
Anyone.
Who's Judge Death? You need to fill me in.
From Judge Dredd. He's like
okay.
He's basically like the apocalypse coming, but in Judge Dredd version, he's pretty evil, and he like.
Every time I hear Judge Dredd, I think of the evil judge from Who Framed Roger Rabbit. Because isn't he judge something as well?
I don't know.
You've never seen Who Framed Roger Rabbit? Okay, I'm going to sit you down in front of that.
Okay, genuinely, honestly, I don't know. Can we include gaming characters?
Yeah, of course. Anyone from nerddom. I keep going German. Adolf Hitler, better than Trump.
Make Hitler from Wolfenstein 3D done.
What kind of fucking... My actual... And I have a good answer to this, and that is... My actual answer is Lex Luthor, because Lex Luthor, if you take away Superman, the whole reason Lex Luthor is evil is because he believes if Superman is allowed to carry on, Earth will become dependent on him, and when he goes, Earth is fucked.
Oh, really?
So, and then it just kind of, his ego said, so I'll become president to stop that, and then whilst I'm there, I might as well just enjoy it.
Yeah, right, okay. I'm not sure. I don't have an answer because I don't really, I don't know. That's one for you, really, isn't it?
Right.
Next question.
I feel like Adam would have weighed on that. Too bad maybe the blind racist to make a better president than Trump. Just angry Braille messages, spray paint. How do you spray paint Braille?
I don't think you can.
Just like Play-Doh glued onto walls, and you rub your fingers down and go, "Oi!"
Right. Right, anyway, yeah, next question. That was so weird. So many blind people are going to be triggered by this.
I've only got one more question. I thought we were going to talk longer about these. I thought, wow, we're going to like think through all these films and bits.
No.
Okay, this one you'll like.
Okay.
And it's my last question. I was building up to this. When is the best time to buy a Nintendo Switch? Now, as in pre-order it, the week it releases, so like release day or as soon as you can get there, or months after when the games have come out for it?
That is a good question. I'm in two minds about this one.
Yeah.
Because the first thing I'd say is I'm going to pick it up as soon as I fucking can.
Yeah, because we're fanboys.
Because, yeah, I'm as far as new Nintendo hardware is concerned, I'm a Nintendo fanboy.
Yeah.
But I want to say when it starts proving itself as well, because obviously for me that's quite a big investment. That's like half a month's wages on a £300 or whatever it is going to be console. I think I would genuinely say not months after,
but a bit after.
A month after, once we've seen what games and titles are available, we've seen what titles are coming.
As there always is with anything, there's been an alleged leak of all of the games within the first 6 months and when they're coming out.
Okay. How many third-party titles?
Quite a few, but all of them are imports.
All of them.
Pretty much. So like Fallout 4 import, Skyrim HD import.
We knew Skyrim was happening. So ports, loads of ports. See, Fallout would be okay if Fallout 4 wasn't so disgusting, but to be honest, I'd even buy Fallout 4 anyway.
There was only 3 new games that stood out enough for me to remember. The rest were like just either unknowns or random filler. I'll see if I can link the... Actually, no, just Google it yourself.
Do it yourself, bitch.
Do it yourself. Make me a sandwich while you're at it.
Gosh, you're a misogynist.
Not necessarily. There's nowhere I can go that doesn't make that sound more sexist. I could say a man's making a sandwich, but then that's a man allegedly taking a woman's job, but then that's not a woman's job. We've gotten even more controversial than the blind racist.
Just answer the question.
The 3 that I saw was Pokemon Stars.
Yeah, boy!
Which would
if that was a real thing, I'd be so happy and I'd buy it. I would so buy it.
Unless it's just like a crappy, here's a mixed version of Sun and Moon.
Cancer.
That's
what I think of that.
That's actually where I got the name Pokemon Stars, because of that title.
Yeah.
Pikmin 4. Does anyone actually play Pikmin?
Do I ever play Pikmin? Do I give a fuck? No, not really.
I did say that to another friend.
Okay. My girlfriend thinks she quite likes it. But
I'm sure lots of people do like it. Just as like a release game for the Switch.
I'm not sure if that's a good move.
Yeah, I feel like Pikmin's mid-tier.
I would put it as an early title.
Yeah.
If I was to, actually, here's a point. Here's another question. I'll ask you in a minute. But I think I would wait a month, a month, see what happens, see what's coming out. Because if Fallout 4 comes with Fallout 3 / New Vegas, like it does on Exponer, it's PS4, I assume.
PS4 not.
Really?
PS4 no. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
You got me calling it PS4. Some maybe said that about my baby.
If it comes with Fallout 3, then like it does with Exponer, yes, because I've only played like 10 hours or 12 hours or whatever of Fallout 3, and I love Fallout 3.
The other one, by the way, the third game was just, I think it was just simply called Mario Switch, which is the one we already knew about.
If FF15 comes out on it, I'll give FF15 a try.
Maybe. I think that was one of the inputs.
It's just got to have strong, consistent third-party support, rather than what it did at the beginning with the Wii U, which is have, here's a load of great games, which are, like Mass Effect 3,
and you'll never see them again.
And we're not going to get Black Ops 3, and we're not going to have Assassin's Creed Beyond 3, and all of this sort of stuff. It needs to have strong third-party from the beginning, and I do genuinely believe it needs to keep online free, as it has done, and I can't fault Nintendo for that, still offering free internet where everyone else didn't. But it has to have, and I know you're not going to like this too much, but it has to have stuff like Call of Duty, it has to have Battlefield, and it has
I
to
understand
have
what they
FIFA,
contribute to the
NHL,
gaming industry, I just don't play them.
It has to have all like Madden, NHL, FIFA, it has to have them, because people will then go, and it has to have more than one. Like you have FIFA 13 and Madden 13, and I think you might have an NHL 13 on the Wii U, that's it. My question is... Oh, that's it. No, right. If you were Nintendo and you were getting ready for the...
If I was heading Nintendo UK?
if you were heading Nintendo... Full stop.
Oh, shit.
If you were planning the launch titles for the Nintendo Switch, what would you have? You have 10 titles.
10 titles?
Seven. Seven titles.
Okay.
Yeah, 7 titles that you have that you can release.
Alright. New Metroid game. Maybe not a reboot, but a new story. It's like maybe Samus's daughter or something like that. Or Samus's clone, however they choose to do it. The Pokemon game we talked about a minute ago. There obviously needs to be a Mario. There obviously needs to be a Legend of Zelda. So I've got 3 left. Potentially not a full version, but some kind of Smash Bros. Allegedly there's going to be a Smash 4 port, but I think really there needs to be like a miniature version, like even if it's just like Virtual Control style. Here's the original remastered.
Yeah.
And then the remaining 2 decent third-party games. So like games that have been
name two specifically.
2 specifically. Let's go Final Fantasy 15, because on the last podcast we talked about how big that is.
Yeah, and they're hyping the fuck out of it. I saw trailers, and every day the trailer would be like X days to go, and I'm like, okay, someone's excited.
And definitely has to be a new IP. I think, not just because we were talking about last episode, but some kind of like virtual card game. Like if Nintendo Hearthstone,
oh my gosh, a Nintendo card game.
Yeah, but like purely for the Switch. Use one controller, like the Switch.
I don't know if I have that as a launch title, but I can see where you're going with the touchscreen.
No, not the touchscreen. I'm thinking bigger than this. So you have the screen in between the two of you. Two controllers. You each control your hand.
So amazing.
You throw it out.
That is so good. Okay, so that would be great. I'm not sure if I'd put that as a launch title personally, but I like the idea. I like where you're going with
big,
it because of the multiplayer. Now, here's mine. So of course I'd have Zelda. Yeah. I would actually put F-Zero.
Oh, I forgot F-Zero.
F-Zero game.
That would be good.
I wouldn't have Metroid as a planner, but I would put Metroid. And obviously, this is not one of my 7, but I would have Metroid. So it's in the works, guys.
Like a remastered or a new game?
A new game. New game, new entry, proper Metroid, and old school like a Metroid.
Yeah.
Not first person entry. Say F-Zero.
Yeah.
Legend of Zelda, of course. Mario, of course. FIFA.
Okay.
Because multiplayer.
Yeah.
Madden.
Yeah.
Because it's pretty big. Everyone likes Madden games. Okay, and I know what you're saying, but you've got to introduce that kind of audience. Fallout 4 with 3 on top, just like they did for Exponer.
Yeah.
That's 6 of my 7. and I'd say Pokemon Stars.
Yeah.
If you're going to have a Pokemon... And that's my top 7. I think those are some decent titles. There's a good mix because you've got the sports games which people want to play.
I've only got 2 comments about kind of both of ours in general. First off, have you seen the Switch controllers? It's not going to adapt to multiplayer games. So any game that has a multiplayer mode which involves both of you on the same screen, that's going to be gone because the controllers will not function with that. Or does it have separate controllers or just the slide-on ones?
Those, I think I'm pretty sure they showed off the NX Pro controller.
Okay, so alright, so maybe ignore that comment then.
No, that's still involves you have to buy separately, but yeah, that's not too bad.
The biggest complaint I have with this, and this isn't a complaint about the Switch, it's actually a complaint about the Wii U and Nintendo.
Yeah.
On neither of our lists did we even think about Star Fox.
I did give Star Fox consideration, but I thought, I tell you what they did with the last one, I'd let it lie low for a bit, and that's what I think. Honestly, I'd do like a Star Fox 2 type of thing.
Honestly, in Star Fox advertising had the reverse effect on me. The more I saw of them advertising Star Fox, the more upset I got, because I was thinking, here's an hour Nintendo Direct, and you're spending half hour talking about Star Fox, which is a meh game at best.
It's kind of the way what they've done with it is they've pretty much tried to shoehorn the gimmick of the controller.
Yeah, they tried to modernise it, and that does not work.
What they've done with it is... What they've done with the NX as a whole is they've made it a system which has that as an option, but doesn't necessarily be like, well, here, hold this huge ass fucking controller with a massive screen on it, which you might not use very often, but here it is anyway.
Yeah.
I think with what the NX is, because you can detach it from the system, and it brings pretty much, you possibly might be able to hook up another Switch to use it as a second screen. Don't know. I think that'd be pretty cool. But I like what it's doing with it, and I'm excited for it, to be perfectly honest. But it's not ramming it's not ramming a huge ass gimmick down your throat. You can still use it as a regular gaming system quite easily. I think
that is the best thing about it. Recently, I won't say which one or where. I'm working in a toy shop at the minute, and some woman came up to me and said, "My son has a Wii. What's the difference with the Wii U and the Wii? Because I'm thinking of getting it for Christmas."
Yeah.
And generally I went, oh, well, see, there's the big new game screen, the same controller. I went, okay, what else? And I just kind of went, software updates, and that's pretty much it. With the Switch, it's like, it's now completely portable and works as a desktop, and it's got those awesome new side controllers and all this. Whereas if you compare the Wii to the Wii U with comparison to all the changes it's made, it's just like...
It's HD.
It's like, graphics and bits. There's not much else, though.
It's got.
You might as well just buy a better TV and keep your Wii. Pretty much.
If they use the free internet, I'm not sure if I go that far, but if they use the free internet, if they keep the fact that it's like, well, we offer our internet service for free, they're on to a winner. Because they've got Skyrim, they've got Fallout 4. If they put other games like Final Fantasy, if they make this massive Pokemon game, it's going to explode. I think it's got the potential to do well. I think the problem is not so much the hardware, it's the stigma that surrounds Nintendo on the whole.
It's always been like...
Bring the third-party support, keep that third-party support.
Yeah, it's been so long now where it's been... come up to E3 and we're going, I wonder what PlayStation's going to do, I wonder what Xbox is going to do, and then like you hear, Nintendo Direct's happening, I'll watch that, see if there's anything for like my 3DS.
I watched the EA announcement more than I did the Nintendo one live.
Yeah.
Like, even for me, I think that's quite
something. Nintendo Treehouse this year's E3, it was so appalling.
The reason I think it was bad is because it banged down about the Legend of Zelda, and I'm like, okay, that was a big deal.
Oh, that's good.
I get it.
It's good that they talked about it. Like, if they did just an hour segment of it, that would have been great. Then an hour segment of Pokemon, that would have been fine. But what they did was like have an hour on each of like people just talking about what it could mean.
Yeah.
Then like half hour of like somewhat gameplay.
Yeah.
But not showing controls, not showing people enjoying it, just here's what it looks like at the moment, though of course we're constantly updating it, and we're constantly changing bits.
I think the other big problem for me is they didn't announce the Switch.
Yeah. That's a mistake.
Huge killer problem. Like you have the whole world, gaming world watching E3, keeping up with E3. Yeah. You just blow everyone else's announcements out of the fucking water by going, yep, here's the new console. Boom, bitch.
Yeah. And that's
where they dropped the ball, because they didn't do that.
Especially since we had like the Xbox presentation where it's like, here's
the Xbox S.
Here's the Xbox S and the Xbox Scorpio, and then that made I'll be honest, that made PlayStation shiver, so they didn't announce the PS 4.5 then.
Or the PS4 Pro.
Or the PS4 Pro, whatever it's going to be called. Or is called.
I mean, I think they're stupid, but that's a topic for another time.
Yeah, if the Nintendo had said, just like instantly done one of those short videos just to say, it's just a rehash of an old console. Here's like a little, even if it was just like a picture of someone playing it behind a closed door, or, but obviously not legitimate, like a door sneaking open, someone testing it, and like you're not sure what it is, you just know it's not a Wii U.
Yeah,
that would have been incredible. That would have blown the internet.
I would have shown just the announcement trailer. Yeah, just gone right. Trailer. That's it, right? I wouldn't have.
Even in the announcement trailer, they didn't show any games.
I would have put it. Oh, they did show a few. Like if you watched it, like they showed the Skyrim. I assume it's going to be Skyrim Legendary Edition. And NBA.
Yeah, but I didn't show like the Mario Switch.
It showed Mario Kart, and that's about it. Yeah. If that was me, I would have gone right. Here's the Zelda.
Yeah.
We're now going to show you Zelda on the Switch. Here's that we showed you for the Switch. Look, Zelda's on the Switch as well.
Or like if you know, it would have been amazing, and this is what
putting it at the end would have just been there like the
even
icing
better
on the cake of
they do
Zelda and Pokemon.
They do like that shitty hour of just Breath of the Wild. They get to the end and they say, let's go over to the person playing it now, and he's holding a Switch controller, and they're just like, wait, what's that? And it pulls away.
Bro.
The Switch is there, he's playing on
That's
it.
what they should have done.
No.
They should have done that.
Instead they spent 7 days of like, here's a crappy podcast.
They should have done it.
Speaking of crappy podcasts, thank you
very
guys
much
for
for listening to this ramble over Pokemon, blind racists, Donald Trump.
Again, Adam should hopefully be back. We are. Our experts are coming. We have deciphered the Braille message, and we cannot say it on YouTube. Wow, they really have gotten to him. Adam, we wish you the best. We hope you reform and rejoin us, and please stop sending us the letter K 3 times.
Also, Dylan, get your ass over here next time.
Oh, Dylan is leading them. Why is Dylan never in his podcast? He is. He's in the Edgy Michael Bay remake.
Click the annotation that's on screen right now if you want to watch more of these videos. Thank you very much for watching. See you in the next videos.
Let's go somewhere warm.
Okay, bye.
Holy crap, 2 people just nearly crashed over there.
Oh, nice.
That was like inches away from this becoming part of a police report.
Holy crap, someone's crashing over there.
But we would keep recording if that happened. It's like, just 2 people in hoodies have come to... We witnessed what happened.
Right. But yeah, no, you're right. No, thanks. No.
We ain't got any money on our side.
We don't want that. Okay, so put that in the outro.
I'm not editing that out.
Put that in the outro, that'd be hilarious.
Okay.
Do it. Anyway, right, back to my point.